Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to today's live decoding session for BankNifty futures. Today is the Friday, the 20th of October, not Friday the 13th, but Friday the 20th, and the current time is 9:05 a.m. IST. So let me just quickly share my screen, and first of all, let's understand what's the overall context. Okay. So yesterday, we had a nice gap down opening. So let me just go to the 30-minute chart, and this is where the auction opened, and I was actually looking at these three areas to observe the reaction. And for me, this was also a level, so around 43 952 was also the level where I was observing, because this is where a lot of stops were present. So what has happened is we opened gap down. This is previous, the close previous, and then we opened gap down, and 744 is the level where the supply got shut off. So this is where there are trapped sellers, and this was a retest of supply, and supply was shutting off, and then we continued higher. We came back within this particular value, or within this particular balance, and again sellers came in around 44,056 level, or 44,100, right? That's where the supply came in. Plus we also have a single print zone, so this is trapped buyers, which is actually where a lot of supply or a lot of sellers will be seen, right? So 44,100 is the zone where supply was seen. 43,744 is where there was no supply. Okay, and then after that we were just chopping in this overall range. Okay, so structurally, we are still trading below the value of the current month, that is the October month's profile. So we are actually trading out of value, but overall auction is balanced. Now today what I'm going to look at is there are a lot of supply trapped below 848 and a lot of buyers trapped above 952. Okay, so this is the range where I'm expecting choppiness. So this is where I'm expecting the auction to open, and see, because overall there are a couple of stops. So this stop was taken out, this stop was taken out, but there are three stop levels which has not been taken out. So again today, again the areas where I'm looking at is observing for supply is 744, 848 and 952. Let's see where the pre-open is happening. And if I just go to the overall print, right, what has happened is, so I am seeing, okay, so the pre-open is out and we are opening below the 45,600 level. So we have got, so 650 is where 650, 700. So this is where a lot of supply is present. So those who came in yesterday. So currently what I'm looking for is, do we look below, fail and continue higher? If we continue higher, this is where I'm expecting a lot of sellers, a lot of supply, because this is where a lot of supply is present. If it develops lower, then 500, 550 and 500 are the zone. So I'm actually expecting look below and continue. 500 is the zone where I'm expecting supply to be shutting off, and alternatively 500 is also the value area low of this particular 1 2 3 4 5 and 6 months of accumulated, or composite volume profile. Yes, so this is a low volume area node. This is where I'm expecting supply to be shutting off, and we are overall inventory is definitely short. We are opening, I would say, not pretty flat. Let me just see what's the so we are opening 170 points lower, right? So inventory is short. So 43,600 is the zone where I'm expecting the test of supply, and see how the overall auction develops. Okay, so we are opening 170 points lower. Let me just go back to this. So 842, so we are going to open below the 744, and I'm waiting for the low to be tagged. The low is, so this is where a lot of sellers are trapped. So this is that particular zone. If you see, this entire zone is where a lot of sellers are trapped. So I'm expecting a quick responsive buying, and then see we tag the low, because there are also a couple of stops seen. So 845 minus 170, so 840, sorry, 842. Okay, so I'm expecting around 721, 628. This particular range is where the auction will open, and this is also the low. So 680 is the low. So I'm looking for it to break. And do we see continuation higher towards previous day's VWAP or previous day's close? So that's the overall trade plan. And also structurally, so 700 is again a round number, and this is also a spike. This is also a single print, right? So we are opening within that single print zone. So I'm expecting some choppiness around the 700 level and see what's the tempo of it breaking the this particular level, and how the stops are getting taken out. Yeah, so I'll be looking at the order flow which is going to come in, and based on that, I will be taking the trades. Unless and until I'll be just waiting and watching, because currently, as we are opening gap down, sellers, or the supply is definitely, they will be under relief and they will be trying to exit. Okay, so I'm expecting a reversal, and then do we break? Do we look below previous day's low and continue lower, or do we just chop around the previous day's low and then we again move higher and see? Because there are also a lot of trapped buyers in the yesterday's auction. Okay, so yeah, that's the overall plan which I'm having. And let me just okay, so there are also levels where, so this particular zone is where a lot of, so first of all, we have got trapped sellers. So from 720 to 734, this is the zone where we have got trapped supply. 700 is also where we have got a buyer. Okay, so yep, these are the areas, or these are the levels where I'm observing. So as the auction is going to open in next 4 minutes, let's see how the reaction is developing, and there are a couple of stops till 43,600. After that, I'm expecting again some sideways development to the particular auction. So overall inventory is short. We are opening below the current value, so basically of yesterday's value, and I'm looking for continuation lower. Let's see whether we get continuation lower, or whether we get a chop. Also, today being Friday, just be careful. A lot of premium erosion will be seen. So just to be extra cautious. Now, as it is opening, so yeah, so we don't have any. So 700 is where I'm seeing some trapped sellers, and from the OI data, yeah, I'm seeing put open interest seen at 700, 600, 500. That's what I'm seeing, and call. So yeah, so today is a day you just observe. There's no need to just get in, get out. I'll just look at the order flow, but currently I'm looking for continuation. I'm gonna see previous day's low, that is 43,700, because that is an important location, trade location, and that's where I'm looking for look below and fail sort of trades. Okay, so that's it. Yeah, if you have got any questions, feel free to use the live chat in the YouTube, and I'll be happy to take it up. In the meantime, I am just logging into my one-click account. So yesterday, this week, yesterday was the day where I was able to take a couple of scalps. So okay, a lot of passwords. Yeah, I'm not able to log into one click. Yeah, finally I have got logged into it. So let me just open my trading terminal, so that way you will get. So what are the current funds available? It's 42,027. 42k is the funds which are currently available. Okay, so the auction is gonna open. Let's see where the price opens. The time is 9:14 28 seconds. Yeah, in next 30 seconds the market will open. So yeah, let's see. Okay, so the auction has opened. We have opened below the previous day's low, and 640 is tagged. I'm not seeing any continuation at 640 level, and there was a stop level here at 622. So as it is coming to previous day's low, that's where again supply is coming in. Now I'm looking for continuation lower. Let me just hit refresh to this chart, and currently, what I'm seeing is more supply coming into the system. There is more selling happening. So we have just paused at 650 level. Now I'm looking to see whether the price comes back within the range of previous day's low. Yeah. So okay, so that let me just now go. Yeah, so we are not able to break 650. We are just trying to again come back within the previous day's low, previous day's range. Okay, so that's a good market generated information, indicating that again sellers are shutting off. And currently from the delta, so entire absorption of supply is seen. We are back into the previous day's low. Now I'm looking to see that more sellers come in. Yes, they have came in, but again they are getting absorbed. Okay, so currently there are buyers here, there are trapped sellers here. Okay, so we are going to chop in the range, and we are developing around the previous day's low. So I'm expecting auction to come back within the previous day's range. Yes, it is coming. So more supply is trapped now. So I'm expecting continuation higher. So there is a buyer at 678. Now I'm expecting a seller at 721. Let's see what happens. Yep, 721 is tagged. Okay, so there is a seller at 721, and we are in a range where a lot of supply is definitely going to come in. So I'm going to see whether the 721 is getting hold or not. Okay, so I'm just clearing this zone. So now the area of interest is previous day's low. So basically what is happening is currently there are shorts trapped below previous day's low. So if the price moves lower, expect responsive buying at this particular zone. Okay, so seller is present at 721. And where is previous day's low at 684? Where is current VWAP? That is also around 680, above 680 level, right? So see the absorption which is happening. So let it drop, and 678 is where I'm expecting again some buyers to come in, or some responsive buying to seen. Failure to come here, meaning that we will be seeing rotation upwards. Okay. So overall, we looked below previous day's low and failed. Now I'm expecting continuation higher. 700 is the level is tagged. Let me again go. So that is the futures one. This is the both spot and futures. So currently in spot, I'm seeing below 600 is where the sellers are trapped, and more buyers are coming around 650 level. Okay. So the trade plan which I had is working out clearly well. 640 is where the supply is shutting off. So 721 there is no supply. Now it is moving higher. So now next area where I'm observing for supply is 765. Unfortunately, I have not taken any trades. The reason is I'm doing it live. Plus a lot of interruptions around me. But yeah, the good thing is that the auction or the market or the price is developing as per my understanding. Okay. Now, what am I looking at is 721. Does it hold? Okay, I'm expecting some choppiness around this, and this is the zone where I'm expecting the price to go and hold. This is where again supply will be coming in. How am I saying that this is where supply will be coming in? Is because that's where a lot of buyers are trapped. Okay, so let it continue higher. So 43,800 is the zone where again I'm expecting some choppiness. So yeah, so it is currently just chopping in this range. 721 is the area or the price, where I'm observing. So I'm just observing the order flow, how the flow of orders is coming in. Currently, it's flat, so but more supply or more sellers are getting trapped in the current auction. So we have a buyer here, we have a trapped seller, trapped seller, trapped seller, unfinished auction. Okay, so I'm expecting continuation higher. Okay, so I'm looking for a seller at 765. That's my area of interest. Looking at the print, I'm seeing a lot of supply in the system, so they will be again reinitiating the trades. So 750, let's see whether it breaks. If it breaks 750, then I'm looking for supply at 765. Okay, if you have got any question, feel free to use the live chat function. I'll be happy to take it up. Okay, so it has tagged the 744. So earlier this was support, now it is acting as resistance. Let's see, how strong this particular level is. Okay, so I'm expecting chop around 721. Let's see, do we get that chop or not. Let me just open the one click and let me just look at the options premium. So 478, 370. Okay, so the call premiums are higher compared to put. Okay, so we are again back to 721. So do we get a mean reversion towards VWAP? That's where again I'm expecting some chop. So does it break 721? That's the line in sand. Okay, so from a higher time frame perspective, we are in a range between 640 to 744. Seller is coming in at 744. Supply is shutting off at 640. So yeah, now the game is to just wait and watch. That's the action plan. Just waiting and watching. But overall, auction has looked below previous day's low, failed, and now it is coming back into the previous day's range. So that's a hint, that's a market generated information that supply or the selling pressure is weakening. If the sellers were strong, they should have taken out, we should have seen continuation. But no, we are not seeing that. Okay, so the supply is weak currently, and the delta is also turning a bit positive. So what I'm looking for is new sellers. Okay, so supply is shutting off at 721. I'm looking for sellers at 765, and 808 is again an area where I'm looking for again more supply to be shutting off. Okay, so currently I'm seeing this is where a lot of buyers are present. So I'm expecting a mean reversion test of 700. But in order to do that, I want the previous day's low to be broken. That is at 684. And yeah, the VWAP is now at 43,700. So I'm looking for a correction now. Do we see that? Because I'm seeing sellers are coming in. So there is supply coming in the system. 765 is the range where I'm looking for supply, and then take the auction lower, at least towards VWAP. More buyers are coming in. Delta is also slightly positive, but in the current print which is getting created, this and this, what I'm seeing is the sellers are trapped. Yeah, and there are buyers bit below 43,700. So I'm expecting it to drop below 43,700 and see some responsive buying, and then continue higher. Okay, so it is dropping, so 721 is where again sellers are coming in. I'm looking for absorption at VWAP, and 678 is the zone where I am looking for some responsive buying. So what will happen is we might break VWAP, or we might break with a big tempo, and this is the zone where I'm looking for some exhaustion. Looking at the OI put are getting created. More call is, sorry, put is seen in open interest, but more call positions are getting created. Okay, so VWAP is getting tagged. So let's see the reaction. I am looking to see whether the VWAP breaks or not. So 721 is where previously the supply was seen. So I'm looking for to see whether it comes again or not. So here we have got sellers. So there will be some supply coming in. Now there are stops below VWAP. So let's see. And plus there are stops above 721. So okay, so it is taking out the upper stops. Nice, nice, nice. So this is a short covering move which is happening. And now I'm looking for seller at 765. Okay, let me see what's happening in the spot. So we got more buyers at 43,650, and this is the area where previously there is supply. So this is where I'm expecting some choppiness. Okay, so absorption is definitely seen. Okay, so 721 is still holding. I'm just looking at this particular level. Okay, more buyers are getting trapped now. They are at 740. What's the OI? So now put is getting written. Put is showing more open interest, but more call writing is happening, and 43,600 is where there is a straddle position getting created. Okay, come on, it is gonna break now. Okay, so this is where more supply is definitely going to be coming in. So I want 765 to be tagged. Okay, so let's just observe. So if you're watching this, observe the reaction in this range. That is from 700 to 740, this 40-point range. I'm looking at 765, 723, right? This particular range. And also observe how the print is getting developed. That will give you some clues. Okay, so I'll just be on mute. I'll be back. Let's just observe, what I've shared. Okay, so I hope you are getting some clues, right? We are not continuing higher, right? So there is a seller at 765. Now I am a bit slow today. I was actually have a trade. I had a trade plan to buy a put here. Yeah, and now I'm waiting for it to break and see the reaction at 721. If 721 breaks, I'm looking for VWAP to be broken, and I'm looking for 678 to absorb all the stop losses, right? There are a lot of stop losses. So let's see, whether the VWAP is broken or not. If the VWAP is not broken, then I'm looking for a sideways day, and then give it some time and then see which way the auction is breaking out or the price is breaking out. Okay, but overall we have got trapped buyers above, trapped sellers below, similarly seen in the print here. Yeah, so let's see, so 721 is not getting broken. Let's observe. Yeah, so this is where again, so 750 was the zone where again supply came in. Now 700 is where the supply is shutting off. Okay, so this level is going to broke, it's going to break now. Let's see. So this was a nice trade. So this was a nice range from 765 to 721, 50 point, but that's fine. Anyways, I'm a bit slow today. So let's see. I'm looking for it to break, and I'm looking for now sellers at 808. Okay, so this is simple way to how see the breakout happening. So this is a simple way. If you don't have order flow chart, even you can observe the reaction at particular levels and use. So now I'm looking for seller at 808. Let's see. Yes, there is a seller at 808. And look where we are heading towards. We are heading towards the zone where I'm expecting supply to be coming in. Okay, so there is a seller at 808. Again, I missed, shorting or basically adding a put here. That's fine. And I'm expecting the auction to reach at 851 and 880. So 800 is the line in sand. 800 is the zone where I'm seeing a seller coming in. 808 is also again where there is a seller seen. Okay, now the seller is at 782. Okay, so we are again chopping in this range. Yeah, so a couple of trades shared today. Unfortunately, I was not able to execute because today is Friday and I'm like in a very in a mood to just take a chill pill and just relax. And I just want to see the auction development, and I want to see where is the seller, so I'm actually finding, do I see a supply, where is the seller, right? So that's what currently I'm practicing, live and sharing with you all. Okay, so 848 is again the line of interest, 848. So okay, so I have 851 also. Yeah, so 851 previously is close, 848. So this is the zone where I'm again expecting sellers to be again stepping in. Okay, so the next trade plan is I'm looking for supply to be coming in here and take the auction lower. Let's see. So in order to reach here, so first the price has to break 808, right? So let the first price break 808. Observe the reaction here, because you can add one put here, add one put here, and add one put here. These are the three. This is that range where this is where I'm expecting supply to be coming in. Okay, so yeah, I see we don't have any questions, so that's it. I'm ending this session today. Do like, share, subscribe, and if you have any questions, feel free to post it in the comment, or comment it, if you're watching this in the recorded session, right? So with that, ending the session, I hope you have a splendid weekend and had a profitable week like I had. So I'll see you again next week, Monday. Till then,